Hello and welcome to Design+Style. We are a podcast for designers by designers. I am one of your co-hosts, Dixie with Dixie Willard Design. And with me, as always, is the lovely, effervescent
Rachel Moriarty with Rachel Moriarty Interiors.
And today we have a very, very special guest. We have Jason Harris. And let me just tell you just a little bit about him. I'm super excited, by the way.
Me too.
So Jason Harris is the founder of the Design Network, or TDN, and that is the first dedicated home design broadband TV network. So it's on your computer. And it blends original entertaining programming with an e-commerce platform, which is super exciting. So the programming has design inspiration, home improvement, expert advice. We've seen some amazing shows on all of our favorites. All of our favorites are on TV now. And then it's also got one of the most beautifully designer-curated selections of home furnishings and accessories available for purchase. And you can get it on Apple TV and the designnetwork.com.
And Roku.
And another important thing to know, Jason's also the co-owner of the largest furniture emporium in the world, Furnitureland South, over in High Point, North Carolina. And we are so excited to have you here.
Thank you so much, Dixie. Glad to be here.
We've
been gushing for days now.
Oh,
so.
It's exciting.
Let's just go in before we get really in,
Yeah.
because the reason I want to talk about this first is sometimes I feel like did you ever watch the Peanuts? The Peanuts cartoon, and when the
Charlie
teacher
Brown?
would talk, it was like,
Of course,
wah,
Lucy.
wah, 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 wah. And I do this thing, I talk about online visibility, and sometimes I feel like it's just like, wah, 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 nobody's listening to me. So
That's how I found you.
Exactly. Thank you, Jason. I want to talk about how online visibility, how that played a part in you finding us and us eventually partnering together with doing this upcoming challenge. And let's talk about that real quick.
I think you learned about the Design Network through Nick May's podcast, right?
Yes.
And so you went on the Design Network, and this beautiful profile just appeared. And I check them. I hawk the site like all day long to see like updates to profiles and new profiles. And I thought yours was just beautiful. I mean, you had uploaded some fantastic projects. You created some nice boards. And so I was really proud of that. In fact, we liked it so much we featured it on the homepage a couple of times.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I started stalking your website because I wanted to learn more about you, and went to your website and saw that you're doing a lot of e-design, and that's something that's really been intriguing as part of our development. And so, I just kind of reached out, sent an email through your website and said, hey, I'm Jason with the Design Network, and I love what you're doing with e-design. Would you mind brainstorming about that with me a little bit? And so we set up a little conference call and had just an amazing discussion. It felt like we've been friends for years, and we knew so many of the same people. And here we are. Here we are.
Exactly. I mean, and you are not kidding. I want to tell the designers listening on the podcast right now, Jason, when he says he watches his profiles like a hawk, it's no joke, right? So I went on there the other day, and I was like, I have these videos I want to upload. I do a lot of videos, and I was like, I need to I'm beefing up my site on the Design Network. And it was like a weekend too. And I started like uploading some videos, and boom, I get a message or email from Jason like, oh my gosh, I love your videos you posted. And I was like, wow.
Yeah. Absolutely. It was so fun to see those because that feature is new on our platform. And so one of the things that I check every day is for like new videos that have been uploaded. A lot of designers aren't aware of that feature yet, and we haven't done a lot to promote it. But just seeing those videos appear got me really excited. And of course, when you're developing like custom software, you're constantly looking for bugs or problems, or this doesn't work or that doesn't look right. So I'm the guy on our platform, because it's my creation.
Right.
Vision all these things just to ensure that everything works. And we have a great team in place to do that. Amazing developers that are helping us. But, somebody's got to be the end of the line, right? And it's been my vision. But yeah, so I'm constantly on there, and I was thrilled to see those videos that you uploaded.
Oh my gosh, that was no joke. I was laughing so hard. But we want to talk about a little bit about your platform. And can you tell us why you started the platform? We know you have the largest furniture store, and you work
Yeah.
with 1,000 vendors, I think I read.
Right. Well, it might have been temporary insanity. I'm not sure. But I just, just really growing up in our furniture business, and we do have an amazing furniture business. My parents started our company just on a shoestring. My father was very entrepreneurial and grew this business. We're now the largest furniture store in the world, in the furniture capital of the world, High Point, North Carolina. That's kind of our claim to fame. We have a showroom that's about 1.3 million square feet of showroom space, and we ship furniture all over the world. It's really a destination for people to come and furnish their homes. And several years ago, it just dawned on me that we weren't doing much with the independent interior design community. But I had learned really through some personal experiences just how important a designer is to the process of furnishing and decorating and designing your home. In fact, I went, my first home, I went about doing it myself, thinking that I could just, design my own home. It was a disaster, even though I've grown up in the furniture business. The second time around, I was able to work with an interior designer, and it was just an amazing experience. And I really started looking at the way that they conduct business and the way, they buy a lot of furniture, and it's really sort of a chaotic supply chain and things that are going on with the way that designers are doing business. And I thought that, wow, we have some things I think that would really benefit the design community. And so one thing led to another, and we knew we had to treat business with designers differently. They're a completely different audience. They need a lot of the things that we offer because we have 1,000 brands of furniture. We have the logistics to be able to get preferential treatment from the manufacturers, but also to consolidate and service the furniture is my father always said it's a problem-oriented business. It is just, it's wrought with, problems and things that they're just going to happen. And so we have gone through every problem and mistake and thing that can possibly happen in the retail furniture business. And I really wanted to serve up what we do to designers instead of having them try to buy directly from vendors. If they could buy, through a program, and have us handle everything for them, and them have the opportunity to make margin on top of that, it would give them a lot more time to design and do other things and be more profitable. And so it kind of started with that premise of really knowing the power and the creativity of designers, and really having a passion for what they do and admiring what they do, and knowing what it could potentially do for us if we serve the things up that we offer, that we do in business. And so it started with that. And then, we started thinking, man, if we scale this community, and we add in content to this, we could create an amazing, very differentiated e-commerce platform. And so we really kind of looked at the 3 C's of content, community, and commerce. And so we built this platform based on the combination of those 3 things. And it's been a big vision. It's taken several years to develop the platform and the software, but we're scaling like crazy, and it's a great solution for the design community in so many ways. It's been fun to build. Sorry for the long answer, but
no. Okay, first of all, Dixie and I have to say what fans we are of alliteration, right? So
Yes.
Those 3 C's, we are like,
yeah.
That's our love language right there.
All right.
The other thing is Dixie and I are both solo firms. That's why we came together and how we started our community to support other solo designers. And we are both out of the furniture industry. So what we don't want to do in our businesses is we don't want to fill out those line, the right arm facing, the left arm facing, all of that stuff. Like you said, it's all, definitely problems down the line. So we love that we get our own design consultant from your platform. And we're like, ooh, this guy's more qualified than both of us.
Well, for sure. And we order furniture every single day, and from, literally 1,000 brands of furniture. There's so many nuances with that process. And, we have about 160 design consultants that are part of Furnitureland South that work with retail consumers every day. And they're in it. They're in these price books. They're in, they know inventory. They know what things can go on what, and they've made mistakes. They know availability. How quickly can something get here? So there's so many nuances to the furniture business that designers typically, are maybe ordering furniture five, 6 times a year, and so this solution really gives them such a huge selection to choose from, with so many brands that are opened up to them. And also, like you said, they've got that expert, that liaison who, they don't have to pay for, really. They're just part of the program. It's like, having another person on staff that can manage all this. And so, they can do research. This consultant can, you just say what type of piece of furniture and what kind of price range you're looking for. It just because they know these brands so well, they're able to go right to it and save a lot of time, do the research, and bring things to the table that the designer may not know even exist, because we just are in it. We're in the world of it every day so much. We process about $160 million worth of furniture through this facility every year. And we have such great relationships with our manufacturing partners, and we have capacity. We built a huge distribution center a decade ago that is operating at about a third of its capacity. So
Wow.
we can scale this, and obviously we knew that to add on this type of business, we would need to do it on much less margins, so the designer would have an opportunity to make money doing this and not have all the headaches of handling all the logistics. And so we've set the pricing on a cost plus basis and serving up all of the things that we do. And so we couldn't do it if we didn't have this big base of retail business to add this onto. But we're looking at it as incremental business, and we're not having to add a lot of infrastructure to do it. And then we're providing these design consultants. They make much less commission on this as they're working with designers, but they love it because they speak the same language and they've developed great relationships. And typically these are much cleaner orders and bigger orders. We're doing, these designers are coming in, they're not buying a nightstand or an end table. They're buying in complete rooms or multiple rooms at a time. So it's working, and it's fun to see the designers that are really taking advantage of it.
Well, and I have to say, I am so excited about the fact that you work with the designers. Like, we don't have to have multiple trade accounts. We don't have to have minimum orders. We can just go through you guys. You take care of all of the headaches, and we
yeah.
It's sad for you, but good for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like we're immune to the problems that happen in the industry,
Right.
because they just happen. Furniture is big and bulky, and it's made from raw materials like, natural things like wood and, and metal. And so there's a lot of things that go wrong in the furniture business with getting it all the way through the steps of manufacturing, through processing, and into that client's home where it ends up. But the thing is, we have so many processes in place and so many teams of people and relationships with the vendors where we just know how to handle it. We know how to turn it around quickly. And then for those things that we just can't resolve, we have a huge outlet center that we can, dispose of the merchandise, if you will. Whereas a lot of designers, if they get stuck with a $5,000 sofa, it can sink their business sometimes. I mean, it's a big deal. Yeah. And so we're developing some really special relationships with the design community, and they've got, I own half of Furnitureland South. My brother and I own the company. Of course, my parents started the company, but this design network is my baby. It's like, I'm just hypersensitive about everything that happens with with the designers and these orders. And so, I go straight to the presidents of companies when there's issues going on. And so it's, I want to make sure that we're delivering on our promise.
Speaking of delivery, I know he's speaking our love language, right?
I
I know. And every other designer out there. Speaking of delivery, you also do white glove, which,
Right.
there are so many things as a solo designer that are, talking about those logistics and receivers and freight and, all of this stuff. It's so overwhelming sometimes. And like I said, Dixie and I came out of that industry. That is the part that we don't like to do. You know what I mean? It really is. I mean, we love to put it together. We love to do the mood boards, but all of that, logistic part is like, oh my gosh.
Yep.
So we just love that.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. And my office and all of our TDN offices is actually in our corporate headquarters and distribution center. It's a huge facility. So I'm sitting in the building right now where we process all this furniture. And I can't wait for you guys to come here for the furniture market so we can spend some time together and tour these facilities.
Oh my gosh.
But we're just so unique in what we do. We kind of do all the hard stuff with this beautiful showroom and all the logistics and the delivery process. In fact, we ship out about 70 to 80 truckloads of furniture every week that go across the country. And we're the only company that I know of that has their own trucks and their own delivery guys that are making these deliveries into the home, doing this white glove delivery service. That's a very unique facet of what we do. And we're very proud of it. We've tried to do like other companies and, hire common carriers or to outsource the delivery. It turns into a nightmare situation because those people are not vested in the process. Our delivery guys, and we have this system called Hyperflow where we receive everything on one end of our distribution center. We lightly inspect it on the way in. We store the products on a shelf in a climate controlled distribution center, 40 feet high in the air. We have 40 miles of rack space. And then we store these things until the client is ready to receive them. We can consolidate from all types of different vendors. But when we go to build a trip, we'll pull these products down. We'll stage them on the other end of the building, the shipping end of the building, and our drivers come in, the two men, sometimes three men that are going to be delivering those items, and they have to completely unbox, uncarton, unwrap every piece and inspect it. And put these items together and then take them back apart. Then they pad wrap them and they load their own trucks with furniture pads and straps and everything. There's some things we don't open, like glass tops that make it, or marble tops that make it more prone to damage if you try to wrap those.
Handle it too many times.
But then we have these guys and they're financially vested in these products like sticking in the home. And so they make sure that the items aren't damaged before they go out of here. And we have an unbelievable deluxing and repair department here on site. We have this massive spray, dust free spray booth where all the products we can fully finish. We have an upholstery shop here. We have a small manufacturing facility that really ensures that these products are 100% quality before they go out, or when they come back we can make them that way before we send them back out. So I just can't speak enough about our logistics and the service side of our business. It's very, very unique. Love you guys.
I have been one of those people who has to sit there in the store and take pictures of all of the stuff that's come in and file claims, and I know.
Unboxing. Oh my gosh. Yes. And I guess you have to come out of the furniture industry too to appreciate also.
To really appreciate.
Dixie and I are like, oh.
And it's nice to have that appreciation from you guys back to us for what we do, because I really appreciate what designers do. Just having experienced it in my own home, just a couple of years ago when we designed a beach house. I say we, but it was really our designer. We had input, but it was the best process, and in the end, it saved us a lot of money. And I mean, what kind of value can you place on like the harmony and peace and organization and everything just feeling the way you want it to feel in your home, your haven, where your family is. And it's such an intimate, relationship that consumers have with designers. I mean, and you guys wear so many different hats, from, not only designer, but financial advisor and friend and marriage counselor. And, it's like so many different things, but I'm quite enamored with the design community and what you guys do.
That is so great. So, oh my gosh, Dixie, should we talk about our challenge we have coming up?
Yes.
Okay. We love challenges in our group. I don't know, anybody that's been in our group for any amount of time knows that Dixie and I, we kind of like to we like that party atmosphere. We like to give stuff to people. We love to, and we are just all about community building. We love to have a very interactive, and we find that these challenges have been the best way to get everybody involved. And we're not just about having fun, it's about growing our businesses. And the reason I even brought up this partnership to you when we were having a totally different conversation was, I saw the value of not only through ordering furniture through you, because that is definitely, great, especially everything you just went over, but we are all about creating passive income streams as well. And so to be able to do, blogs with links to our boards that we curated. Not only that, but when I talk about visibility, sometimes us designers, and we got almost 1,000 now, sometimes we're here and we're maybe doing traditional and we're maybe doing this, but we can take your products and those 1,000 vendors and we can curate these boards to maybe show where we want to be designing. So maybe we're doing a lot of traditional, but maybe we want to do the modern glam, which you guys have been showcasing a lot, and we can, send people to our boards and show them what we want, and basically start creating the client that we want for the future, right?
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
I have to say, Rachel laughs at me every time, but having my little face in a circle on the product just tickles me to pieces.
She gets so excited. Awesome. She's like, I like the product that you liked.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. That's so rewarding to hear, because when you're, you just try, you're creating the software and you got such a vision for it, and you got trying to get it out of your head into like a functioning real website that works, and all these custom features that we've certainly taken note of lots of different websites of features that we liked, but to see them like come to life and see this community start like, acknowledging little nuances of the software development that you thought of and you dreamed of, and that they like it in different ways. It's very rewarding. So thank you for saying that.
Oh, you're welcome. I know we laugh about those little circles. She's like, there was one that I was the only one that liked it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we're adding so many new products all the time that
exactly.
It's like we started with 1,500 products. And by the way, what we're doing on the website is we're curating really from all these 1,000 brands, and you're talking about millions and millions of product combinations that are available that we can special order. But it's the 80-20 rule, and there's a lot of great products that we sort of have put under certain filters that we feel like we should serve up into this e-commerce platform. And so we're going to our vendors, looking at products that are great value, that are reliable in terms of delivery times, and that are certain style range and great quality. And so those are the things that we're pulling based on our research with the manufacturer, looking at our internal rate of sale in our retail business, also working with the manufacturer to go through all their products and select products that are just performing well at retail. So it just curates and makes it easier for everybody to get access to these great products. We started out with 1,500. We've now scaled to about 30,000. we'll probably end up in the neighborhood of 75 to 100,000 products. Again, putting them into this filter. We're not just putting any brand and any product that we can put our hands on, but building this robust, reliable product database that we can maintain has been a huge undertaking, even for us. We don't have it. We haven't had it. Nobody's had it really, in our quality level of furniture. But that's been the biggest challenge, because a lot of the, we have to have, as we're learning, working with Google and these Google shopping feeds and everything, we have to have UPC codes. We have to have good product descriptions. We have to have a good quality score for these products that we put in the feed if we're going to be discovered, with all this digital marketing we're doing. And so we're building that product database, and we're building it right. And so as we scale those products, you'll probably see a lot of products in there that maybe haven't been added to a board yet, or been annotated on a project yet either. So if you got just one picture, that's pretty cool. You're the first. Yeah.
And I will say, I just want to point out real quick that just because the products are on there doesn't mean that there aren't other things that we can special order through our consultant.
Yeah. I mean, it's, we really want to grow this e-commerce platform, and it's growing like every day. We're getting orders every day via e-commerce, which is fun, because we think that that's just an easier process for designers to be able to go on there 24/7, and just one great portal. But it's just a microcosm of the things that we have access to. I mean, all the brands. And listen, there's still a lot of brands in our industry that don't even support e-commerce. They won't allow their merchants to sell their products online, or they have certain restrictions. But yeah, I mean, that's we have so many products available, but we don't deal in the low end. It's only, we kind of start, if furniture is 1 to 10 in quality, we kind of start about 5 and go to 10. Broyhill to Baker, basically.
Ooh, I like that. Broyhill to
Baker. Yeah. Another alliteration for you there.
I know. My language is my language. And it's so funny when you talk about all of that stuff. I just think about the content. I'm a content creator.
Yeah.
And I just love that all of that's taken care of.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
All of that's thought of and stuff. Yeah. And I'm always just thinking about, as designers, because we are our own marketers as well. I mean, we are everything. Talk about all those hats.
I know. For
and,
sure.
I have used the TDN, not only, to me, it's exciting to say to, my followers, follow me on the Design Network's, site, and, send them over there. Or I've created mood boards, outside of the product boards that you have, where I pull in the product and, create those and send them over to my boards. I've done it in blog posts. There are so many ways for us to use your platform. And I'm just so excited.
Well, I appreciate that.
I'm like, so pretend like Jason's not here. Dixie, I'm so excited.
Well, I'm glad you're excited, and I love what both of your profiles. In fact, we hadn't talked about Dixie's yet. She just got started with hers, just a week or so ago.
Jason totally called me out on my.
You out, girl.
I didn't realize that there was a toggle button.
Yeah.
To turn it on, and he sent me a message saying, "I'd love to see it go live," and I was like.
I know, and a lot of people don't realize that. They work on their profile a little bit, and then we see that it's been worked on, but it's not showing up on the site. We just allow the software allows for you to kind of go in and perfect your profile.
So you don't see all the messy in between of all of the uploading.
So you can just you do all that. You can preview it, you can look at it, and then you just have to toggle that little switch over at the top so that you can see it. And then it's easy to know that it's live. You can go on the site, go to the Find a Designer section, and we sort by most recently updated. So yours will be first. If you
then I'll keep updating it.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
and some people have already learned that and starting to do that. But really, these there's 3 main benefits I think that that designers get by joining the Design Network. And one, of course, is this amazing purchasing program. They can, I think it can transform their businesses in the way that they're buying furniture, accessories, and rugs. They've got the expert here at Furnitureland they can work with. They can purchase on our website. And by the way, designers are starting to really understand this now, but as designers log into the designnetwork.com, they have to be logged in, and they'll see their cost plus pricing on the site.
Yeah.
That's only for approved designers that we've gone in and they've gone through the application process. We've approved them. Their email address to get access to this pricing. They have to be logged in, and you'll see the real difference in the consumer and the designer pricing. It's significant. It really is. It's because some vendors have minimum advertised pricing, that we really have to mark it up a lot higher on our online than we even do in the store. But it really doesn't apply to the B2B, and so we're able to offer this consistent cost plus pricing on basically everything that we represent. But, so it's the purchasing, is the big thing. Custom ordering, sourcing directly from the website in a consistent way, not having to worry about meeting minimums from a manufacturer or, or buying and getting taken advantage of by whatever resource they're buying from. It's super consistent and transparent the way they're buying every product from TDN. So it's just simple. The second thing is really through these profiles, they're getting exposure to new consumers, and through the TV shows and the content and through our digital marketing, we're driving a lot of consumer traffic to the platform. And so we're not monetizing the designer consumer connection. We're just enabling that, hoping that through that process and that the consumer and the designer will leverage these amazing tools that we have on the website to buy their furniture from us. That's how we would make money. We have not sort of gone into this e-design area yet. I'd love community, if you're still listening to this, please give me some feedback on e-design. I want to know your thoughts on this. We don't want to try to structure designers' pricing because designers have different methods and different ways of doing that. We don't want to try to standardize that like some other sites have done, which we feel like maybe sort of devalues what designers offer. So if we go into that, we feel like we want to make it more, just give a set of tools to the designer to structure that any way they want to on the site. But we are finding a lot of these, a lot of new relationships are happening by consumers that are coming to the site. They can search for designers in their area. They can put in their zip code and search like within a 50-mile radius, and all the designers in that area will pop up. And so consumers are discovering designers that way and just reaching out to them directly and starting relationships. So there's tons of exposure. And then the third big thing is passive income. We talked a little bit about this, but we're allowing designers to go on and create these product boards, and it's very much like a Pinterest board. So on their profile, you can go to boards and start, as you're in the shop, you can create these product boards. And it's been also rewarding for me to see the creativity that designers have when naming and creating these boards. And there's something magic that happens when a designer goes in and puts a combination of products together. It's like they've unlocked something. It's the combination of all these things that maybe by themselves aren't spectacular necessarily, but when you look at this board and all these amazing products that just like work together, and there's some incredible style or name or whatever that's associated with it, it just brings energy and it brings life to the products. And of course, when you do that, when a designer adds that product to a product board, they're then associated with that product throughout the site. So as consumers are searching products on the site, they pull up an end table, and there's a dozen designers that endorse that product. You see all their little avatar images there, and you can click on that and look through those profiles. That's another way to add exposure throughout the site for designers. But the real benefit of those product boards is when consumers go and by the way, our marketing agency really felt like these product boards are a very unique feature, and I agreed with them. So most of the digital marketing that we're doing with Google AdWords and display ads and all that are driving to these creative product boards. And so we're driving consumers directly into these designer boards. And if a consumer goes to one of those boards and adds a product to their cart from that board and buys it, that designer earns a commission on that sale passively.
Yeah.
And another thing we're doing is they also have a chance to feature products by uploading projects. So you can upload and name and upload projects, meaning you can upload photos and videos to your platform. Some of our competition, like House, does not offer video uploading, but video is so powerful. I'm such a huge believer. I mean, look, we're on video right now.
We agree.
I'm
Yeah,
the queen. I love it.
It is the most powerful medium by far, which is a big part of the commerce piece of the content piece of what we're doing. But you can upload projects and you can upload photos and videos. And then once you've uploaded those, if you've used any products from our platform in those photos, you can annotate those photos and videos with products. And again, another opportunity for a consumer to discover that project photo, discover you, but also loving a product that you may have used, add it to their cart from there. That designer earns a commission on that sale. And we're surfacing it's very important for designers as they're uploading their photos and videos to categorize them as well as keyword tag them so that they surface in our explore section. Similar to House, consumers are a big part of the process. We believe in designing a home is that inspiration piece and really kind of discovering what your style is and what you like and being inspired by different beautiful room photos. And so we've got thousands of photos now that have been uploaded by designers, and we surface those in our explore photos and videos section for consumers. And we serve those up categorically. And you can search by room or by style or different filters. And so yeah, I mean that's really the main benefits and why we're seeing so many designers that are adopting the platform. It's a lot. There's a lot to it. It's very deep, and I think that's why we're so excited about partnering with you guys and really starting to beat the drum a little bit here as we have just emerged from a year of intense software development building
coming
this
up
platform.
For air.
Yeah, so we're coming up for air, and it's like, okay, man, we have it here. It's and it's easy to use, easy to understand. Everything's working for the most part, and just it's so rewarding to see designers discover it, realize these benefits, and start participating in it with us.
Well, nobody can explain it better than you just did. So thank you very much. And now I really want to go into, because I know anybody listening is going to be so excited, like, how do I get on and what do I do next? On the 18th, on September 18th, in our group, the Design+Style Club group, private Facebook group, we are going to start a challenge, and we're going to walk everyone through, because everyone, a lot of designers will say, oh, I have to be everywhere. And really it's not. It can be very, very easy to do. And Dixie and I have both created our profiles on the Design Network. And it's not hard, but we will walk you through it. So on day one, we're going to go and talk about setting up your profile and what to turn in. We have a little code to push it through a little bit faster.
Right.
So we're going to do that. We're going to upload, a profile photo. We're going to upload our contact information, create a board, upload a project. We're going to do it, and it's going to be in little actionable steps, very doable. And at the end of it, we have the
best awesome, best ever grand prize, and it's going to be tiered. So the more, we'll put all of the details in the club, but the more designers that participate, the bigger the grand prize is. So that is, Jason, so thank you so much. This is...
Yeah, but every designer that builds the profile and goes through the challenge is going to get a nice little surprise at the end too.
Yes.
Yes.
So everybody's going to get... Yeah. You want to go ahead and tell them what that is?
So everybody that goes through our challenge and does all of those steps with us, at the end gets a $200 e-commerce credit to purchase furniture,
Yeah.
correct?
No strings attached. Just go
No
in
strings
and spend.
attached.
You can buy anything that's $200
On Jason. On Jason.
on me. Yeah. So, and there's reasoning behind that. That's a huge investment for us.
It's huge.
But I just want designers to, obviously we want the profiles, we want to build this thing, but we also want the designers to experience and go through the process the first time of buying something on the site. And we believe so much that they'll like it a lot, and we'll want to come back and do it more and more.
And right now you actually have a special going on the shipping too, right? So
yeah. Don't tell my brother any of this stuff. Okay?
I know, he's all, Rachel, shut it, zip it.
No. We are doing free shipping on everything on the site, domestic free shipping for the month of September as we're getting things kind of cranked up here. So a lot of lost leaders for us right now, but just my advice would be dive in and take advantage of it, because I don't know how sustainable that's going to be for us long term. But we've categorized products two ways. One is products that we can FedEx really directly from the manufacturer's warehouses, and the other way is product. Any furniture item is going to get processed through Furnitureland South, and will come through our distribution center, get stored and inspected, and get the full white glove delivery service. But all of that is free for the month of September on any product that we have on the site.
So generous, so generous. I mean, when we were talking to your team, we were like, maybe at the end we could do a grand prize where they post a winner on their Facebook page to give them more visibility. And then your team came back with this, and we were like, what? Oh my gosh.
I must have been drinking some moonshine or something. I always say that because I saw all your posts last week in Tennessee. That was so funny.
I know. Dixie and I we need a show where we can design and drink.
Hey, yeah. I'm sure you get lots of viewers on that for sure.
Design and moonshine, right?
Yes, I like it.
Well, Jason, thank you so much. Thank you for this partnership, and thank you for coming on and educating our designers on your platform. We are over the moon. This just happened in perfect alignment.
Yeah,
definitely the stars lined up with you guys launching this and this challenge. So thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you.
Well, your group is amazing. I appreciate you adding me to your group, because I'm able to kind of, see what some of the stuff you guys are talking about. And it's a passion of mine to learn as much as we can about the interior design business and how can we best support you guys. I know we have a lot of things that we can do to support you. And so, join up and please create your profiles and give us feedback. I mean, we only want it to be better.
You're going to get some great feedback, definitely, because we'll be using it. You have a lot of people using it once, so you'll be
good.
Get ready.
Awesome. One of the challenges we've had is we've had several thousand designers sign up for the program, but it's really to take advantage more of the purchasing pricing through their design consultant at Furnitureland South. And so maybe 1 or 2 out of 10 have been creating their profiles on the network, and that's really where we put a huge investment in building this software that we feel like can be meaningful in new ways. And so that's the area that I'm really hoping that designers will say, man, this is a good place to be for me. I think a lot's been building software too, and maybe things haven't been as clear as they need to be on the site, but we've worked with some unbelievable developers and user experience experts to wireframe this whole thing out and to really develop it with some great finesse. And I think the technology that's been created in the experience is world class. So I'm hoping that the designers will not only sign up for the purchasing, but also leverage the profiles too.
Absolutely.
Oh,
all right. Well, if anybody has any questions about anything that we've talked about today, you can head over to design-and-style-podcast.com. We're going to have the rules there, the links to anywhere that you need to go related to this. So that is design-and-style-podcast.com. And I think that's it for today.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Awesome.
Thank you again, Jason.
Thank you guys so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This podcast was made possible in part through the support of our preferred partners, like the Design Network. The Design Network offers one of the most powerful to-the-trade e-commerce programs in the furniture industry, combining the top brands in furniture, the best prices, and unparalleled logistics all in one place. Go to www.thedesignnetwork.com to join the Design Network's Trade Direct program, create your designer profile, connect with new clients, and start shopping today.